Okay, we are here at the pain clinic, right?
Yeah.
And our star of the show today is Carlos. Hi, Carlos. Okay, we're going to show you how to start using the Smart 2 service tool to connect up to the VAV box controller. So the first thing you want to do is take the little clip and plug that into the bottom of the thermostat. And you plug it in by making sure that the clip is actually on the back side of it. The next thing you do is you turn on the service tool. This is your service tool, so you just press the on button, which is there on the right. And then it'll come up and it'll show you the Staefa copyright. Next thing that you want to do is press the enter button. And you'll notice that it says reading parameters, please wait. What that is doing right now is it's connecting up to the controller, the VAV box controller card, the Staefa Smart 2 VAV controller card that's up on the ceiling right on the side of the VAV box. As it is saying reading parameters, please wait, what it does is it uploads all the information that's in the box and puts it into the memory of the Smart 2 service tool so you can start navigating around with real-time values. Okay. So now we're at 00, which is the zone temperature, is reading 71 degrees. So that's what it's reading right here at the thermostat. The temperature right there says it's 71 degrees. Okay, when you first connect up in the controller, it connects up into what's called the read-only mode, which means that you can only just move around, navigate around, and only read things. You cannot make any changes, okay? So one of the things that you have the choice of is going into two different ways of changing things in this thing, either a temporary change or a permanent change. Okay, so let's press the function key, which is that FNC button, and then it's pointing at set servicing mode, so just press the enter key. Nope, you pressed it too long. Let's go back, function, just press it quick, enter real quick. Okay, it's pointing at read only mode. That's the current mode that it's in right now. You have a choice of going to temporary change mode, and then if you scroll down one more, press the down button again, you'll see that there's also a commissioning mode. Okay, temporary mode means that you can make changes in here, but it's temporary. What it means is that it'll hold it in there temporarily. It'll hold it in there temporarily, and when the controller loses power and then comes back on again, those changes that you made go away. Okay, so that's temporary change mode. Commissioning mode is different. Commissioning mode is whenever you make a change, it goes in there permanently in the set points or whatever settings you have. Okay, so that means that when you lose power to the controller and it comes back on, those changes you made still stay there. It burns itself into the memory, the permanent memory, versus the temporary memory. Okay. However, if you do make a change, like if you override a valve or a damper, those changes will go away even though you do it in commissioning mode. Okay, I'm talking about the set points. The set points, like changing the set point temperature for cooling or heating, that's permanently etched in there. Okay. So for our purposes, let's just do temporary change mode, because when you do temporary change mode, if you make a change to the set point, as soon as you unplug the controller from the thermostat, those changes go away. So that way you can do that for testing purposes. Okay. So let's go into temporary change mode. So just move the arrow so that the arrow is right at temporary change mode. Press the enter key. Okay, so now we are in temporary change mode. Okay, this is where you can go and change a set point. So let's just do that as a exercise. So right now we are directly in the menu where we are looking at one parameter, which is the zone temperature. Okay, if you were to hit the exit button right there, you'll notice that now I am in my a higher menu where it's showing that its input values, your 00 series. So everything is in groups of tens, right? So this is like a more top menu. So input values, if you hit the enter key, it goes deeper into that set of input values. So you hit enter. So now we're at 0, 0 again, which is the zone temperature. If you press the down arrow key, now we're at 0, 1, and then you keep pressing the down arrow key, it'll go 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4, etc., etc. So it's looking at each individual parameter of that controller. In this case, from 0, 0 to 0, 9, it's all the inputs. So now if you hit the exit button, you'll notice that the next choice is output values, and that's the series that starts at the number 10. So if you press the down arrow key, it highlights that. So now if you press the enter key, it'll start at 10. If you press the down arrow key again, it'll go to 11, 12, etc., etc. The thing you have to remember is that this display here only shows 2 lines at a time. The menu of parameters in this controller is a lot. I mean, there's like over 100, I believe. Yeah, like maybe 100 and some odd different values in set points and settings that you can look at or change, or both. So we're only looking at 2 lines at a time. So you just got to remember, there's a very small window that's looking over a big giant menu. Okay. So if you press the down arrow key again, you'll look at 12, and then keep pressing it down. You see 13, 14, 15. So all the different things that you can see. Now, you guys have a O&M manual, and your O&M manual has the write-up that shows all the different settings and everything for the VAV controller on one sheet. So just know that you have that at your side, because this is something that you're probably not going to memorize. I happen to have worked with this long enough where I have some of these parameters memorized as far as what number they are. But you guys don't work with it often, so it's really best that whenever you come out into the field, you have your service tool, you should have that menu sheet with you. That way it'll make it easier for you to kind of manipulate and navigate around. Okay, so now you'll notice that let's go to the set points. Set points is in the 30 series for temperature, so let's go to the 30 series. Now one of the things that you can do is, you see how we're at number 14 here. Now you notice these arrows right here is left and right arrows. That jumps you left and right in groups of 10. So if you go and press the right key, it jumps from 14 to 24. You press it again, it goes from 24 to 34. If you press the left key, it goes the other way. So now we went to 34 to 24. You press it again, it should go to 14. You press it one more time, it goes to 4. See that? So that's how you can jump faster. Or if you press the up and down key, it goes one at a time. Okay, either one at a time or in groups of 10. The other way that you can manipulate around is by punching in the exact parameter number itself and pressing the enter key. So let's just say, for example, I know that 0 is your zone temperature. So if you punch in the number 0 and enter, it'll jump you straight to that parameter. So now we're looking at zone temperature. I also know and have it memorized that parameter 16 is the reheat valve position and command. So if you punch in 16 and enter, it takes you right to the terminal heat, and it tells you what the percentage is. So right now it's showing that the reheat valve is 62% open. Okay, so that's another way that you can manipulate around. Okay, let me talk about some of the other keys here. DEL is delete. Function is just what we said, it's a function key. CAL is calibrate. CHG is change. This little dot here is your period or decimal point, plus or minus, and then your left and right arrow keys jumps 10 parameters left or right. Okay, then you have your number keys here, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Your exit key is EXT, and your enter key is ENT. Okay, on and off. So those are all your buttons. Okay, we are now in temporary change mode. So if we want to make a change, we can do that. So let's, as an exercise,